Hello everyone. Today in this video we'll solve problems from impulse. So you know that impulse is your change in momentum also, you can say, because you know that from Newton's second law, your dp by dt, rate of change of momentum, is your force. Now you can write this as dp is equal to, you can write f dt. Now for a small interval of time, if a sudden jerk is there, suppose you can imagine this is a ball and it is rolling down on the straight path, let's say. Now in between you just kicked it again. So for a very fraction of second, within a very small span of time, you just kicked it and the ball again means it was already moving and the speed suppose increases. Now this sudden force that you applied for a very small interval of time, let's say dt or delta t, then this force is called your impulse force, and it is basically f into dt. And you can also integrate it, like you can integrate f dt, t into is t1 plus t1 to t2, integration from t1 to t2, and this will be the initial p to final p, right? So this one is basically your p2 minus p1 is f dt, your f dt t1 minus t2. So you can use this formula, or simply you can use this formula that your dp or p2 minus, you can use dp is equal to f dt. This formula simply you can use to calculate different problems. Now let us solve some problem based upon this. So this is nothing, this is the impulse. That's a force that acts upon a body for a very small interval of time, that is called your impulse, and it is f dt, change in momentum, you can say in mathematically. So now let us solve one problem based upon this impulse. Alright, so let us solve problem. So the problem is like this. Two situations we will discuss. You can think of, let us discuss about two situations. In one situation, let's say this is question number 1. So here in this situation, a particle of mass m moving with a uniform velocity v1, it is given an impulse such that the velocity increases become v2. Find the impulse. So in the question, the object was moving with a velocity v1 and it is given an impulse, so the velocity becomes v2. Like in here I gave you one example. The ball was moving, suddenly one force applied, someone kicked the ball. Now after it, the velocity becomes v2. So this is the change in velocity, right? So this is a change in velocity. It is given an impulse such that the velocity becomes v2. And what is the impulse? Object mass is m is given, and the options are find impulse, so options are m into v2 minus v1, option B half m v2 square minus v1 square, option C Vm into v1 plus v2, and option D m into v2 minus v1, right? So it is very simple. The velocity changes from v1 to v2 and mass is here. So your P is, your impulse is delta p or dp, that is your m v2 minus v1, simple, right? dp is f dt, right? And dp is your p2 minus p1, so you can write dp is equal to p2 minus p1, which is equal to mv2 minus mv1, because p is the momentum and momentum is mv, so we can write this one. So simply this is find impulse, means simply this is your impulse, your change in momentum, dp is also your impulse, right? Now one more question let us discuss. So one object was moving. This question came in different entrance examination also, not this one. Now let us solve one more question based upon impulse. So what happens here, the wall is here, this is let's say question number 2. So in this situation the wall is here. Now you are throwing a ball to the wall with an angle 60 degree to the wall, right? Then the ball bounce back from the wall at 60 degree, right? And with same velocity, let's say the velocity is not changing, it's a rigid wall, and if it is changing very small change, so let's say the velocity is changing very in a small amount. So here in this rigid wall, the velocity, incoming velocity is given, let's say 10 meter per second, right? So the question is, what is the impulse, or what? This, when it is striking and coming back, the time is dt is given as 0.2 second, the impact time 0.2 second, and the question is find the force exerted on the wall. You have to find force. What is the force on the wall, right? You have to calculate what is the force on the wall. So options are your 100 root 3 Newton. Option B, that is 50 root 3 Newton. Option C, 100 Newton. And option D is 75 root 3 Newton. 75 root 3 Newton. Now the question is, this is striking the wall and this is your wall. Now it's reflecting back, right? So with a velocity and same velocity. So let us solve it. You can try it also, it's not very difficult. And this question came in different, means at least 2 years in your NEET examination, similar type. So you can expect in other entrance examination, NDA or any other entrance examination. So here you have to first simplify the vector components, right? Because it is essential. Else the ball is striking the wall at a certain angle. That's why we have to make their components in x and y. X we have to make, means bring them in x and y axis, so that it will be easier for us to calculate. So this vector component will be in this direction, and it will have also one component along this direction. Now another vector that you can see, this one will have another vector component, this and this, right? So here it will have v, velocity same, v on this axis it will be v cos 60, and this one will be v sin 60. Here this vector, this will be v cos 60, and this is again v sin 60. Now what is the change in momentum, basically we have to calculate. Now you see v cos 60 and this v cos 60, they are in same direction, and this is your final one. This is your final one, and this is your initial one. So what is p change in y direction? Let's say py2 minus py1 this is v cos theta, right? V cos 60 here minus v cos 60. So basically y component, y direction, the change in momentum is 0. Basically in y direction, as you can see, the change in momentum is 0. Now what about x direction? Now in x direction, let's say if we can take reference, because one vector is towards right, another vector is to the left. So if I take this one and this is your final vector, and this is your initial one. Okay, so if you take this one, this is your final one, so final minus initial, right? So suppose final one, if you take positive one, then it is opposite direction, so initial one you have to take the minus, right? So and what is the difference? Now px2 minus px1, so px2 is v sin 60 degree, minus this is your v cos, here it will be v sin 60, and this is your v1, so this is minus of minus v sin 60 degree, right? So because they are in opposite, so subtraction will give you a positive result, that will be v sin, okay, one mass will be multiplied here, but result will be 0. Mass, because momentum we are calculating, so mv, this is v, so mass will be there. Here also one mass will be there, right? Mass of the object is m is here. So v sin 60, this is also v sin 60, and m is here. So this is 2 times, right? V sin 60, so this is 2v sin 60 m. So everything, all the data we have. Mass of the ball is given also. Mass of the ball is 3 kg. 3 kg is the mass of the ball. So everything is given. So your dp you can get. Y direction already 0. So x direction is the net change in momentum, and net change in momentum is your impulse. So from here first we can calculate impulse. Once we get impulse, we will calculate force, because our target is to calculate force, not impulse here in this question. So first let us calculate impulse here, and impulse is 3 into 2 into v is 10 into sin 60. What is sin 60? Sin 60 is your root 3 upon 2. So 2, 5, it is 5, 3, 15, 30, root 3. Okay, what is the unit of momentum? mv, right? mv is the, or one more unit you can write, impulse is force into delta t, so Newton second can also be possible, or your momentum unit also you can write, no issue. Now this is your delta p. Now you have to calculate force. So force is equal to dp by dt, and dt is also given. The impact time, or when the object is colliding with the wall and reflecting back from the wall, that duration is 0.2 second. So that is your delta t, where change in momentum is taking place. So dp is your 30 root 3 divided by 0.2. 0.2 you can write like this, simple, root 3, 2 by 10 you can write. This 10 will go up, right? This is 10 of 5. Okay, so 5 into 30, 150 root 3 Newton. Okay, so this is actually 150. So 150 root 3 Newton is the answer. So in this way you can solve problems on your impulse. Okay, many times the question comes from impulse, so you should try it and solve questions. If you find any difficulties from impulse, you can comment, and we can discuss more, and I can solve few more problems based on impulse. Thank you for watching the video. See you in another one.